Hey guys, this is MGS Warrior 2 back to give you another part of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Stairway to the Destined Duel Let's Play. And I'm finally ready to take on the type limitation insect exam duel. I managed to pick up a couple of new insect monsters, the Killer Needle and Flying Kamakiri #1. Also I got Swords of Revealing Light, so I think I'm good enough to go here. So let's see how this insect deck will fare in my examination. So I start things off, Torrential Tribute, face down. And I'll set Kumo Otoko in defense. Okay, so let's see what my test opponent does. Summons Flying Kamakiri #2. And going for the attack on my Kumo Otoko. I'll just let that one go. So now it's my move. I've drawn my most powerful insect, Insect Queen. So I think I will activate Change of Heart, gain control of Flying Kamakiri #2, and I summon Flying Kamakiri #1. So now I get to make 2 direct attacks to my opponent's life points, who I believe is actually Weevil Underwood, because who else would use insects in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So now I'm going to activate Swords of Revealing Light during my main phase 2 to end my turn. So now Weevil plays Pot of Greed, activates Raigeki, and now plays Monster Reborn to reborn my Flying Kamakiri #1. And I'm gonna save Torrential Tribute for now. So now I have Miner and Nightmare Scorpion, so I'll just set my Nightmare Scorpion and that'll end my turn. So now Weevil flip summons Insect Queen. Now's a good time to activate my Torrential Tribute, destroying every monster on the field. So now it's my move. Alright, excellent. I've drawn my Garochin, my best 4-star insect in my deck. So I summon him. I'm going to attack Weevil's life points directly. So things are going pretty well right now. Let's see if Weevil can make a comeback. He sets a defense monster, and now my swords has expired. So now I will summon my Miner in attack mode. First, I'll have Garochin attack his defense. Hopefully it's not a man-eater bug or something. It's just a Hurricane. So Miner attack directly. That ends my turn. So now Weevil sets another defense. So now I draw. I summon Spike Snail in attack mode. And I'm gonna go ahead and equip my Miner with the Malevolent Nuzzler. So now Miner should be able to destroy the defense monster, whatever it is, which is just a Wing Cleaver. So now Spike Snail go for the direct attack, and now Garochin Kuwagata. So now Weevil's down to 150. So let's see any last-ditch efforts to try to win this duel. Doesn't look like it, just another defense. So I'm going to be taking this insect limit duel here. So now I don't even have to summon my Insect Queen, I can just attack. So Garochin attack. That was a Steel Scorpion. So now I'll finish things off with my Miner. And I won flawlessly. Excellent, you passed. Keep up the good work. The next examination will be limited to the use of monsters at 4-star level or below. The key to victory depends on how you reinforce your low attack monsters. Oh, that shouldn't be too hard. Alright, I'm back. I had to pause it because I was trying to see what was going on. I think the screen got glitchy when I tried to look at my 5 prize cards that I just received, but things are seems to be working fine right now. Alright, so let's see what else is there to do. Well, there's the usual duelists that I've already faced. But I'll just talk to a passenger just to pass on one of the days along, because I know there's a new duelist in town. I just haven't dueled him yet. So this is the limitation low level only. So I'll go ahead and take part in that. I'm going to edit my deck, so I'm going to pause it. Okay guys, I'm back. I have a low level deck now. The limitation for this stage of the examination is monsters at 4-star level or below. You may also use magic and trap cards. Now let the duel begin. Okay, so I'm going second. So I have my low levels that I normally use in my normal deck. Well, my regular deck. So I'm going to start off with just desserts and face down. And let's see, face down card and a monster. I think I'll play it safe first with Needleworm and face down. So now another face down defense, and my opponent flipped up Terra the Terrible and plays Graceful Dice on top of that. So let's see what the number is that's going to be rolled. It's a 2, so that means Terra the Terrible gains 200 attack. It's gonna attack Needleworm, so go right ahead. You lose the top 5 cards from your deck. Okay, so now it's my move after you placed 1 card face down on the field. Let's take a look at what's been discarded. Giant Germs and Skull Dice is not too bad. So now I think I'm going to set my 4-star Ladybug of Doom face down, and that'll end my turn. 4-star Ladybug's effect is, it's a flip effect. When it's activated, it destroys all level 4 monsters on my opponent's side of the field that are face up. So there's a Skull Dice. I don't know why my opponent activated that. So he got a 4, so my 4-star Ladybug loses 400 attack and defense. And now 4-star Ladybug's effect activates, destroying Terra the Terrible. So my move, I've drawn Dimensional Warrior. But first I will summon Kycoo the Ghost Destroyer. Now Kycoo attack that giant germ. So now I get to use Kycoo's effect. I remove from play a monster from my opponent's graveyard. So I think I'll be removing both of the giant germs. And what does this do anyway? When this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, inflict 500 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points. Okay, so I'll just get rid of that anyways. But I lose 500 from destroying the giant germ on the field, so I'm going to end my turn. So now my opponent plays Monster Reborn to revive Terra the Terrible and set another defense and ends his turn. So I've drawn Copycat, I'll save that for later. First I'll summon Dunames Dark Witch. So I have 2 monsters to take down here. So first I'll take out Terra the Terrible. And now Kycoo will target one of the face down monsters, which was a Penguin Soldier, and that returns both of my monsters. Well, only Dunames because my opponent isn't too smart. So that's the end of my turn. So now my opponent set another defense, so I have to knock down all those defenses to get to the life points. So I'm gonna resummon Dunames. And now I'll try to take out these two remaining monsters on his side of the field. So that was a mystical elf, I can't destroy that. So I'm going to try to attack the other monster with Dunames Dark Witch, which was a bubonic vermin. And I guess it allows him to special summon another bubonic vermin face down. I guess it's kind of like giant rat. Oh, that's gonna end my turn. So next turn I'll summon Goblin Attack Force to destroy Mystical Elf. So now Gemini Elf has been summoned. And that's going to take out one of my 1800 monsters, which was Dunames Dark Witch. So I won't be using Karibo yet. So now I draw, I got Monster Reborn. Is there anything useful to Reborn right now? I don't think so. Let's see, I'll just summon Goblin Attack Force, I'll save Monster Reborn for later. Okay, I think I have to take out Gemini Elf before I can take out Mystical Elf, or else Gemini Elf will destroy Kycoo. So I took out Gemini Elf, and that ends my turn. My goblins have to shift to defense mode. So now Mystical Elf will destroy Goblin Attack Force. There's nothing I could do about that. But at least... I was gonna say at least Mystical Elf switched to attack mode, but it's not even on the field anymore because it was just tributed for another monster. So I'm going to play it safe, switch Kycoo to defense, and I'll set Dimensional Warrior, and that's going to end my turn. Let's see if my opponent will reveal that monster that was just tributed for. It was a Launcher Spider. And now Launcher Spider is going to destroy Dimensional Warrior, which was exactly what I was hoping for. So now Launcher Spider is removed from play. So now I've drawn Gemini Elf of my own, which is excellent. I'll summon Gemini Elf to the field in attack mode, activate Monster Reborn, so I can bring back my Goblin Attack Force. In face-up attack mode, and switch Kycoo to attack once again. So now I have 3 monsters on the field. So I'll get rid of that last defense on the field. Oh, it's a Man-Eater bug. It's going to destroy one of my monsters, and it shows Gemini Elf. So I have one last direct attack to use, which is Goblin Attack Force. And that deals 2300. Okay, so let's see what's coming up next. Nimble Momonga was summoned. It's going to attack and destroy my goblins, as my opponents usually do when my goblins shift to defense. They summon a really weak monster. So now I'll be summoning my Dunames, and I'll equip Dunames with a Malevolent Nuzzler, increasing her attack by 700. So first Kycoo will attack that Nimble, but my opponent will be gaining 1000 life points. But I'll be removing something from their graveyard. I'll remove Gemini Elf and one more monster. And the one I choose is Mystical Elf. And so Nimble's effect activates, special summoning 2 more Nimbles on the field. So I have to get rid of one more, even though my opponent will gain an additional 1000 life points. Okay, that ends my turn. This is actually a pretty lengthy duel with only using low levels. So there was a face down card that was just set. I'll set my Torrential Tribute. And I'll set Big Eye. And Blind Destruction was just activated. Which is one of those roll the dice trap cards that randomly destroys an opponent's monster equal to the number rolled. So I attacked the next Nimble, and another 1,000 life points was gained by my opponent. So now Dunames finally gets to attack directly for 2,500. And that ends my turn, so I'm pretty sure Blind Destruction will activate during standby phase. And the number rolled was just a 1, so any level 1 monsters on my side of the field are destroyed, but I don't have any. If a 4 was rolled, then my monsters would have been destroyed. So I set Bell of Destruction, and now it's time for another direct attack. And there's a Skull Dice, so I have no 7 tools on the field, so that's out of my control. Oh, 6 was rolled. That reduces my monster's attack strength by 600. So my Kycoo attacks for 1,200. I remove some more monsters. So I'll be removing some more Nimbles. So those won't be reborn. And I'll attack directly with Dunames for 1,900. And that's going to... Wait, I'm not going to end my turn just yet. I proceed to main phase 2. So that I can... Oh, I thought I was... Oh yeah, I just said Bell of Destruction. I was going to use it to end the duel. So Blind Destruction activates, and unfortunately a 4 was rolled. So that destroys both of my 4-star monsters. And Malevolent Nuzzler has to go to the graveyard. So if that's a strong trap that can stop my attack, I'm not going to be able to win this duel, so hopefully it isn't. So it was actually another Blind Destruction, so I have this duel in the bag with one last direct attack. So go for it, Vorse Raider. And I won a low-level Limit Duel. Excellent, you pass. Keep up the good work. The next examination will be limited to the use of monster cards with attacks of less than 1,000. Your victory will depend on your tactics for reducing your opponent's defense. So here are my prize cards. Sword of Dragon Soul is for warriors. Appropriate. Activate this card when your opponent draws a card outside of his or her draw phase. So that's not too useful. So I wonder what the limit is. It's still the limitation low level. So I have to find the one that has the monsters with attack less than 1,000. And in the meantime, I'll be preparing for that by editing my deck, so this will be it for today's. Thank you all so much for watching my Yu-Gi-Oh! Stairway to the Destined Duel Let's Play. Comment, like, sub, and see you guys next time.